Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Janelle Veronica and I usually post videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So if you're interested in joining the family here, make sure that you subscribe, and when you subscribe, make sure that you turn your notifications on so that you never miss any of my uploads. I just realized that I don't have my earrings in, so I definitely need to put some in. I always feel like it looks strange without any earrings in, but we'll get through the first part of the video without them, and then at some point in time I'll put them on. Alright, so how are you guys doing? Drop me a comment, let me know how you're doing. I'm gonna start by moisturizing. I normally don't moisturize on camera, but because when I start my videos, my skincare and everything is already done, my sunscreen is already on, but I'm going to show you the moisturizer that I use for someone with oily skin. This is the Simple Clear Skin Oil Balancing Moisturizer, and it says that it eliminates shine and maintains moisture levels. I find sometimes that when you dry your skin out too much with a lot of matte products and you don't moisturize properly, your skin can like bark back at you and become very, very oily. So I'm just going to massage this into the face. And as I said, drop me a comment, let me know how you guys are doing. How are you managing your Christmas preparations and everything. I'm just going to use my fan to let that sink in, let that dry in a little bit. Alright, so the skin is moisturized, but it doesn't look greasy or oily. Now, as I said, this Simple Clear Skin Oil Balancing Moisturizer, it also has zinc in it, so it's antibacterial. So if you're prone to acne as well, normally people with oily skin tend to be prone to acne as well. So if that's the case with you, this is a really, really good moisturizer, and this is the one that I use on my skin. Now I'm going to move ahead with my primer, and today I'm going to go in with my Milk primer. This has hyaluronic acid in it as well, which is another moisturizer. So we're giving the skin as much moisture as possible today. Now for my foundation, I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation. I think this is the last foundation by L'Oreal, the latest one, the Super Blendable one. The shade that I use is C8, which is Cool Medium Deep. It's not a very thick foundation, it feels very watery, but it's a good foundation. Okay, not every foundation needs to be thick and cakey on the skin. I think this one blends out beautifully, and I'll blend it out and show you guys how it looks. So I'm just going to go in with my e.l.f. sponge. Alright guys, so look at how it looks. It looks nice and juicy, nice, like a nice soft matte, almost with a tinge of radiance to it. I would consider this to be like a medium to full coverage foundation. I've never tried to build it up to see if I can build, actually, you know what? Let me do that today. Let me go in with one more pump. I went in with 3 pumps before. Let me just go in with one more pump. Well, I went about 2.5 pumps before. It wasn't a full 3 pumps. Alright, so that's a little bit more closer to full coverage. So it looks like a buildable foundation. I must say that when it says it's super blendable, it blends out so beautifully. I'm going to move on to my concealer. For concealer, I've been absolutely loving this drugstore or this beauty supply store concealer. Well, they have a website. This is the Nicka Perfection Multi-Use Concealer, and as I said before in one of my videos, I think it's like a dupe for the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting. The shade that I'm going to go in with is shade number 10. It's nice and thick and creamy like the Too Faced concealer. Absolute full coverage. I'm going to go in now with the Juvia's Place, the shade Stick in Capsina, and contour. And I normally like to let my concealer dry down a little bit while I contour. Do you guys contour or do you just bronze? My comments should be off the chain today. I asked y'all how y'all are doing with your Christmas preparation. Now I want to know if you contour or if you just bronze. Yes. So today of all days, you definitely have to leave a comment and let me know what's the deal. So I'm just blending that contour upwards, making sure to lift the cheekbones. The shade Stick by Juvia's Place is very creamy and it blends out so nicely. I'm just going to go in with my foundation sponge around the edges. Contour my nose with the same Juvia's Place shade Stick. Just want to go in with a clean sponge around the edge of that concealer. I want to lighten up the inner corner, so I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. concealer today. This is the 16-hour Camo concealer, the matte finish one, and this shade is Deep Olive. Now that matte finish concealer by e.l.f. dries down extremely quickly. So you have to make sure that you blend it out. And my dogs are always interrupting me. Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder to set down the concealer. I'm going to do a little bit of baking now. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with my Fenty Powder Foundation in the shade 450. For bronzer, I'm going to go in with my Revolution Glow Splendour Ultra Matte Bronzer in dark. I'm just going to go over where I would have contoured. Around the forehead. I'm going to use it to set the contour on my nose as well. Nice. I think the complexion is looking good. I'm baking, so that's always going to look odd. It always looks odd when you're baking. I've remembered numerous occasions where I've had to actually answer my door while I was in the process of baking, and I was like, oh my god, oh my god. But hey, it's life. Alright guys, so I put my earrings in and I did my brows quickly off camera. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to go in with the ColourPop Coastal Coral eyeshadow palette. I've had this palette for a while, but I've not used it in a long time. There's some beautiful shimmer shades. There's this shimmer shade called Diver in the center of the palette that I want to use today. So we're going to keep the eye look very simple, very simple. I'm going to start by laying down a crease color, and I'm going to go in with this brown called Queensland. Now I'm going to go in with that shimmer shade called Diver on the lid. This one right there. I'm just going to go back in with the crease color and blend. I want to do a very tiny wing, so I'm going to go in with my Revlon Sharp ColorStay Sharp Line, shade 01 Blackest Black. You know what? I hope it wasn't blocking you, you know. For my lower lash line, I'm going to go in with the same bronzer that I used before. Where is my brush? I just had my little, okay, there it is. And I'm just going to work that bronzer beneath the lower lash line just to smoke it out. Let me just get rid of the bake. I just started patting it instead of like sweeping it away. I find it looks better when you just pat it in. Alright guys, so lashes are on. I'm gonna go in with the Sephora Colorful Blush in the shade Fascinated. It's an orangey coral blush to match with the eyeshadow look that we have going on. This is my Real Techniques 400 blush brush. I like this Sephora blush because you can take your time and build it up. Knowing me, I'll probably put some more blush on at the end of the video because I'm a blush girl. I love blush. Just going in with that Huda Beauty setting powder. Picking up some on a brush, dusting off the excess. And we're going to blend the under eye into the blush nicely. Get rid of any harsh lines. And make sure that the under eye is nice and smooth. Alright, my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. For lips, I'm going to go in with a brown liner. This is the Morphe lip pencil in the shade Trendsetter. I think every dark girl or even like tan girl uses this shade. It is so good. The lip pencils by Morphe are so creamy as well. I'm going to go over with a gloss now. This is the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss in shade Praline. It's like a nudie pink with a hint of brown. It smells so good. It is a lip plumping gloss. I can feel it getting nice and spicy on the lips. Alright, let's put some highlighter on as a final touch and wrap up the look. This is the Nicka Perfection highlighter. This highlighter, so affordable and so beautiful. And this is my Real Techniques 402 brush that I use to highlight. Look at how that is so beautiful. I think this highlighter costs $3.99. I'll put the price on screen for you guys. Alright guys, that is the makeup look all done. I didn't even say what I was doing in the intro. I just have my makeup here and I just pulled some products, pulled a look together. I know my last video, was my last video a Christmas video? Or the video before my last video was a Christmas video. So I just wanted to switch it up a little bit, kind of like a nice neutral glam makeup look. So I hope you guys like the makeup look. Now, as I said, I always link the products that I use in the description box. So if there are any products that I used and you want to know the shades of the products that I use, just always check in the description box. And while you're at it, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. It would make me the happiest little camper for Christmas if you subscribe and join the family here. So until next time, I want you to be fabulous. Have a fantastic week wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys, and my apologies for my dogs barking in my videos. They like to interrupt me. Bye guys.